Hey guys, my name is Necro, and let's have some fun with another episode of Sunless Sea. Let's just pick back up where we left off. We're going to try and be a little bit more cautious today. I think us trying to move too far too fast is what got us killed the first time through. Alright, so we're at the Grand Geode. Have I already done everything that I needed to do here? Yes, it appears so. So I have 5 fuel, I have 3 food. Let's just go ahead and go back to London. I do not feel like pushing this. Drop off some of the stuff, get some more fuel, get some more supplies. Except my crew doesn't start trying to eat each other. That would generally be a bad thing, I think. While we're here, let's go ahead and get some more fuel. Just because I know it's super cheap here. Alright. Now, food's a bit of a concern, but if we can find a megalops on our way back, that'll at least save us a little bit of supplies. No. No. That's a big old ship. Oh! Megalops! Butcher it for supplies. Go! Okay! A pale and salty meat. That was way harder than it needed to be, though. But it saved us about half supply, so I'll take it. There's the Murray Straits, so we're in home waters. We're pretty damn close to them. Yep. There's the home waters, music and everything. I wish actually traveling had music to signify when you were in certain areas. That would be neat. It's a good thing we picked up that extra fuel, though. I didn't think it was going to take us 4 fuel to get back to London. Alright, let's collect messages. Someone wants to sign on. Another free day. An urchin tugged your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. 7 peculiar fish corpses. Hunting trophies. I don't have either, so... Survey office. Let's drop off these. They don't really care about the Humane Canal. Iron Republic. Excuse me, I need to unlock this and this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it eventually. There's always someone. Wait. This is Blink. Yes, both sides. No, I assure you, no, I know. These things happen in the Republic. Consider this an ex gratia payment to cover your costs. Ex gratia, not gratia. It's not Spanish. Grand Geode. Yes, of course, we're generally quite well informed on that topic, but since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us know what your own impressions were. The Admiralty official takes notes scrupulously, but with an expression of mild terror, like a novice vivisector wincing with the scalpel. The rest of the office studiously busy themselves with other tasks. Rager's Haven. I don't really care about that either, but we are getting fuel. Let's talk to the Admiral. You're ushered into his office, off Mansion Spire, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah, yes. The merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. I can ask to provide fuel, and that will cost me... Does it actually cost me? It's getting in required 4 as well, but I still have 4. Oh, I need 4 to go, and then I can spend 1 point to get 2 to 3 fuel. Got it. Okay. Vital intelligence. I don't have any. 7 port reports. Already dead. What does he need? Information. Visit a port and will be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest and will be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it? So he just wants information. Tattoo parlor. Okay, so I can get different tattoos that increase my stats by a marginal amount. If you wanted your memories on your skin, you'd be a squid. I wasn't aware that being a squid was an option. If I could be a squid captain, I would actually love to do that. Let's do this one. So I give him Piquant Piece of Piskrisk Pilgrimage. Oh, we've already done that. That's the same thing that happens when I gave the Alarming Scholar a secret. I'm not going through and reading that again. So I don't need more fuel right now. 75 echoes. Cheap, good quality work on your ship using favors. Alright, I'm gonna do that. 24 echoes as opposed to 75 for a shoddy repair job and 100 for equal quality work. Alrighty. Our hull's maxed. We've got decent fuel. We've got 82 echoes. Supplies cost a shit ton. Let's go ahead and sell this Stygian ivory. Alright, well, I've got 5 fuel. I've got 4 supplies. I can buy more fuel because I'm head south anyway. Stop by the Iron Republic again and stock up on fuel. We're gonna make our way down, all the way down to the coast on the south side, and then follow that eastward a little bit. See what we can find along the rocks. Let's actually cut east a little bit and see if we can find any islands that are worth visiting. No islands. Oh no. That I'll deal with. That I can... Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Okay. So, we just fed the crew, so scooping it up's no good. So let's just watch it disperse. Kill the other one. Okay. Okay, that actually gives us supplies. Good to know, but our fuel is really low now. That took way too long. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to buy a bunch of fuel because we are eating through it like something fierce. No, we're not taking desperate measures yet. Oh fuck! Alright, we made it. Alright, another port report here. I could buy the dark drop coffee beans, but that's gonna go through a boatload of my yeah, just like that fuel did. Fuck it, I'll spend all my money on fuel. Fuck, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I've only got 5 hull left. Big old shiny ship again. Okay. Alright, let's make port here in Zelos Town. I'm actually really worried. We're gonna die. Another port report. You saw the Commodore, and then there was something bright. You discussed matters of importance. You're certain of it. Teasing clues linger in your memory. Azalea asked to stay behind, and you permitted it because it'll all come clear later, probably. We're gonna die. What have we got? Okay, there's the southern shore. There's a port. There's a port right there. If that attacks me, we're done. It's attacking. It's attacking. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light, even as you watch the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Spin them a story, like any good Z captain. Any lubber knows what a blue light means. Ruby is the size of grapes, and grapes the size of apples. Of course, the island's only visible in blue light, and then only for an instant. But if we find it, my hearts, if we find it. They grin. They don't exactly believe it, but they'd like to. No, 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 no. Go away. Go away. We made it to Carnelian. The diplomats of the Khanate were expelled from Port Carnelian following the Galatia incident. Only one remains behind. Not in any official capacity, you understand? Oh, there's a couple different ways to get a port report. I think from a former diplomat from a different country would be a best one. What the hell is that? The Clatery heart. It thrums, it wanders, it has a delightful stink. Ship is available. That's an early access ship. With a shit ton of hull. Hold capacity is doubled. Weight is quadrupled. Quarters is 35. And then bonuses to all my stats. And an aft slot. But it costs 1,000 echoes and I'm nowhere near that, so that's not happening. So what are we to do? We make a beeline straight for London. Will we make it? I feel like we were in this predicament before. And there is a port. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of Z's shanties, sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. A gift of glass. An emaciated man in lion-colored robes clutches your sleeve. Please, he says. I'm damned. I can't touch the truth. Take this. He points to an unpromising-looking crate sitting beside a bollard. The sun orders time, do you see? Down here we can only touch time with our fingers. The devils know that. In Irem, his eyes well with tears. Abruptly he turns and plunges into the crowd. You're left with the crate. Once per game, something pleasant will happen. I love how they word that. Once per game, something pleasant will happen. A chest with an embedded matrix of mirrors, an unlikely device for capturing sunlight. Alright, we might have to just burn through some of that fuel we just spent all of our money on to try and get back to London in any sort of reasonable time so we don't eat ourselves. Visage is some distance to the northwest. Hey! I'm just hoping for some sort of event on one of these towns that will reduce our hunger like the sisters did so kindly. The port of Visage, where faces may not be naked. A departing merchant gives you a confused account of crocodiles and honeycakes and something about ear blockage. To this you add your own impressions about the street layout close to port and the types of commerce here. When the lights are especially bright, it is possible to make out the details of the profile of that great stone face. Let's go ashore. All those who enter must play their parts. The sign is visible only after you've crossed the threshold. Check in. All visitors must pass one by one through a room guarded by a person in the mask of a moon moth. Asked to go about without any mask. Don't think they're going to let me do that. Significance of the masks. Moonmoth explains, each mask declares a different intention towards the denizens of Visage. and must be accompanied by suitable behavior. The frog is for visitors who, though perhaps clumsy and unfamiliar with local etiquette, have come in order to observe local ways and to make uncouth comments about them. The locust is for those who seek profit in Visage and would carry away as many goods as possible. You prompt about the bat. Moonmoth hesitates. Bat is an ill-omened visitor, sent as a messenger or a spy. Bat always dies. Frog mask. Moonmoth lifts the mask and places it over your head. The eye holes are large and they are fitted with spectacles. These improve your view of the environment, though you must look bulb-eyed from the outside. There's also a mechanism attached to the mouthpiece, which magnifies any sound you make, even your breathing. You start to thank the Moonmoth, and it comes out as a booming croak. May you profit from your visit in knowledge, says Moonmoth. Its wings fold neatly over its back. I thought it was just in a mask. Why does he have wings? Library of parts. Stoop at the lintel into the dark, a room of heavy stone guarded by a golden statuette of a woman with outstretched arms, the scroll niches sorted to correspond to a variety of masks, the jackal and the lioness, the crocodile and dung beetle. A woman in the mask of a lotus blossom is standing at a lectern reading in silence. What sort of parts are they anyway? Moonmoth explains people think it means something like a library of fragments, but this is wrong. The parts in question are like parts in a play. This is where the denizens of Visage come in order to learn how to perform their masks more accurately, more completely, and with truer spirit. Study the scrolls in a bumbling way. Taking the nearest, you read it aloud. For guarding against the loss of the heart. Moonmoth takes it from you, rolls it tightly, and returns it to its niche. There are as many ways of guarding against the loss of the heart as there are different masks, it explains, in that same light and indifferent voice. Write notes in the margins! Moonmoth is startled. Apparently no other frog has gone so far as to attempt to deface the library's holdings. It gets the pen away from you, expostulating. Later you find it writing down a record of what you just did, to be added to the library of parts, a recollection of what can be expected from frogs. I liked that. That was fun. Trade masks with the Moonmoth. It draws you aside into a closet in the customs house. Had enough of Visage, it tells you frankly. Here, you take my mask and pretend to be me, and I'll trade in the visitor mask and get on some departing ship. Get my life back. Its face, no, now you see her face. It's aging but unlined, a lifetime of never needing to use a facial expression. Ooh. Quality is now 4. I have the moth mask. I am the Mothman. Expertise in parts is now 4. Visit the house of the chief geometer. Lines in wet ground. Each morning the man in the cobra mask draws lines in the mud flat with a pointed steel rod. This apportions to each inhabitant a small trapezoidal area from which to harvest mushrooms and to scrape salt. No plot is ever preserved from one day to the next. This man is the chief geometer, the keeper of directions, master of land measures and sea measures. Now you have been invited to his home at the time customarily appointed for him to receive those who are not his equal in rank, yet not so far beneath him as to deserve to be ignored. What ceremonial gift will you bring? A string of rats. The rats are accepted, but immediately passed on to the household cat, a sleek black satisfied creature, in its own small mask of filigree gold. Awkwardly, this leaves you with no other gift for the geometer himself. You have no choice to depart early before someone thinks to have you remasked in a more embarrassing part. Let's try again. What should we try? He appears to be pleased by this gift, but it takes him aback as well. Several times he remarks that this sort of merchandise is something he would expect to be brought to the island by a bat. It requires a great deal of chittering and wing-folding to persuade him of your moth nature. What about the Temple of Apis? In the center of the temple is a black bull with a white diamond on its face. It is tied in place with heavy ropes, and it is wounded in the thigh. From this wound, it bleeds copiously without dying. Even wounded, it remains a god. The tokens are small and not very valuable as suits your lower rank in the community. The priest arranges them on a table with other small items. As you go out, you pass by the more impressive gifts, drafting tools from the chief geometer, scales from Jackal, a heap of foreign coin brought home by Crocodile. This is a journey of several steps and may conclude your current visit. It is a place of still greater pageantry. It is a festival day. The great stone face has been illuminated from forehead to chin with blazing torches so that the profile is visible from the side more clearly than you have ever seen. Flourishing of years is awake, says the genderless figure in the crocodile mask. Fall in line with the others. You go as though you were truly one of them. You carry nothing with you but your mask and your costume. May your heart be as light as a feather, says the woman in the lotus blossom mask as you fall into line behind her. Okay. The road you follow leads up through switchbacks along the side of the face and finally to the ear of Flourishing of Years and into the cave that is her ear. The tunnel bends back on itself and all lights have now been extinguished. There is nothing to guide you but the hand of the person behind you on your back and the movement of the person in front of you. The one who walks beside you wears a bat mask. Fortunately, the floor of the tunnel is very smooth and presents no stumbling blocks. Sound carries strangely in this place, however. Sometimes you cannot hear your own footsteps, and sometimes a breath comes back to you, audible from someplace ahead in line. Continue. The footsteps of the people are steady and synchronized, and you go together. For how many years has this been done, and for how many will it be done in the future? Watch your step here, says Batmask to you in an undervoice. Its accent is the accent of Wolfstack Docks. Floor is about to get squishier, and sure enough, it does. At last the tunnel opens out, you and all the other congregants spread out in a cavernous space. A voice speaks in the darkness, a ritual preparation. Here at the new year we gather under the one mask of Flourishing of Years. Her face is turned to the gods. Protected by her mask, we may remove our own. Protected by her script, we may speak outside our parts. Here and there is the sound of people fumbling with ties and strings. Your own face feels different with the mask off. Wait and listen. You move stealthily through the dark, hearing one knot of conversation and then another. The secrets exchanged do not offer much leverage. You can't see the owners of the secrets. Here and there, you catch the smallest fragment of something that might serve you on a future occasion. The memory of a voyage east, a half-rumor about the Cornelian coast, a muttering about the Admiralty. Let the ceremony end. At the end of the hour, there comes a woman with a feather of shimmering silver, which she tucks into your hand, symbol of the innocent heart that will not be eaten by the jackal. Then a bell rings, and the time of speech is over. You all begin to put your masks back on. It is possible, you cannot know for sure, that in this cover someone has exchanged a mask with someone else. It is an orderly and perfect line that emerges again from the ear of Flourishing of Years. If anyone watches from above, they must surely be satisfied. End your performance and leave the island. When the other citizens are distracted, you find your way to the familiar customs house and rid yourself of mask and robe. There is satisfaction in laying aside a role well performed. Well, that was a fun distraction. We're gonna burn our engines out trying to get through here. Nope, we're not dealing with you. Piss off! Piss off! This isn't the time for rousing speeches, but a quiet word here and there will help. Gained 5 terror. I'm just hoping my engines don't explode. This might be what we need to get the food. Because I don't have any money right now anyway. Quaker's Haven. Okay, nothing there. Let's get the port report. Maybe the sisters will be kind enough to feed us. We're almost there. I can see them. If they don't give us food, though, we're boned. No lunch today. Feast on the remains. The higher-minded or less hungry crew locked themselves away. You and the less scrupulous stalk the ship's corridors, gathering the emaciated remains of your once fellows. It's not what you'd call good eating, but it'll make a sustaining stew. Okay, so we're cannibals now. Cool. That little bit of exploration cost us a whole boatload of money. 160 some odd echoes it cost us. And what did we have to show for it? Well, we made it home. We made it home. Visit the Admiralty's office. Okay, so we've got a fair few of them. Alright, Hunter's Keep. Yes. Iron Republic. Yes. Isle of Cats. 30 echoes! Okay. We did rather know about his rose gardens. Not good news that they're prospering, though. Really should have nipped it in the, if you allow me, bud. Ha! And trading with the Khanate? With the Iron Republic? Bother. I may have to have a meeting about this. Okay. So there's fuel and echoes. Okay. Visage. 40 echoes, 1 favor, a new accomplishment, more fuel. Fort Carnelian, 30 more echoes. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. We've got fuel, we've got money, we've got favors. Grand Geode again. Quaker's Haven is just a little bit there. Ship at dry dock. How many favors do we have? We have 4 favors. Repairs. Read the morning paper. And there all our money went. But we are repaired, we have food, we have fuel, and we're making progress. I'm going to cut this episode here. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and as always, suggestions are welcome. So if there's something you'd like to see, leave a comment below, and I will catch you guys next time.